So, today we got new sprites in Fortnite. We all know that. I've been playing Fortnite for like 3 weeks now because of these sprites. But they had this thing saying, hey, you could get $2,500 if you design a sprite, letting fans design something. I don't think they've done this since like Aunt's Justice in the Pokemon emote. Well, a fan made the emote, emoji, whatever you want to call it. Sorry, it's raining really heavy, just started. But I'm like designing the sprite. I have 3 sprites I designed in my head. Not knowing what the future abilities were, these are the ones that just came out today. And one was leaked. One of the abilities was leaked. It hasn't come out yet. But my thoughts were, I'm gonna make a radar sprite. Well, you hit your opponent and it marks him on the map. It's a simple design. He was like black with like a green like radar symbol that spins around on him. So when you're running, you have this little thing and it beeps. But that also helps you when you mark the opponent. It also focuses on them. So have someone do that. He's going to be like a blackish green with a green radar circle on his chest. I haven't drawn any of these. These were just ones I was coming up with, thinking of. And then the Grim Reaper was announced. That when he hits your opponent, it marks your opponent on the map. I'm like, that is basically mine. So I was like, okay. Well, they leaked the other trick. Well, I have another one that I'm working on that I was thinking of. That would be kind of cool. But I'm like, this one is going to be, well, it's really coming down now. This one is going to be a Sprite treasure chest opener. Well, you go over to treasure chests, and instead of a mythical or legendary thing, it will be a chance of getting a epic legend mythic sprite out of a chest. Well, the L sprite was announced, which increases your odds to encounter sprites for your entire team. I'm guessing that includes opening chests and running into them in the wild. Even though I don't actually know how that works with sprites in the wild. Like, do they just spawn like randomly, or are they like pre-spawned when you go into the lobby, like the bots in Fortnite? I don't know how that works. But my second design is out. So now I have one more idea for a sprite. And I'm going to say it for you guys. So if you guys really want to do it and everything, just do it. I don't care. But I was thinking of like 2 or 3 different things that were basically the same design. There was the ink sprite. Well, you hit your opponent and a little blotch of like something just goes up on the screen, like the inks from Mario Kart or Splatoon, like how they have that little thing. But I just have an ink like that. When you hit your opponent, a little splatter gets splat on the screen, and the higher the level, the more dots get added to the screen, or the bigger dots or whatever. And I also don't have ink or paint. Well, the paint one, instead of black, it would be colorful, like a blue one, a green one, a red one type deal. Make it a rainbow. I also have them, like, the ink one was going to be like a light sprite with like black swirls going through it and stuff. Or make it look inky. And the paint one was going to be basically a tie-dye effect where the sprites, the paint is always moving. The other one that was sort of like it, that's not, Ice King Sprite or an ice sprite. When you hit your opponent, I have two things here. I don't know which one I would rather for the Ice King one, but the one that I was leaning closer to. When you hit your opponent, the screen starts to freeze around the edges. And the higher level, the higher frozenness around the edges of the screen. Sort of like the ink sprite, but a little bit more drastic. But I can also think of Ice King / Ice Sprite. Well, when you hit your opponent, it puts ice boots on so that they slide around the map. Which, if you're not prepared for it, you're running around and all of a sudden you're sliding the other direction. Like icy feet. I was like, those were my two designs I haven't heard anything for, like any weeks for, but the first two were. And like I said, the Ice King and the inky / paint one were basically the same. They're all like, you're doing something to the screen that your opponent will give an advantage to you, but a disadvantage to your opponent type deal. But I was like, okay. I'm just surprised that two of my Sprite ideas, the two big ones, I'm like, oh, these seem like they're kind of balanced and not gimmicky. Actually, in Fortnite, before the fans even make a game, you make the thing, I'm like, well. But I'd like to hear some of your ideas, if you want to put some down. If you want to enter one of my ideas, go ahead. That's just an idea. I don't care about the money. I just rather see a cute Ice King Sprite or a inky / paint Sprite with those abilities. I think it'll be kind of cool. Maybe a little annoying, and people might get upset because they're so annoying, but I think it's already stopped raining. It started raining 8 minutes ago, and it's already stopping. It's trouble. But if you want to take one of my ideas, make up something, and turn it in, go ahead. I don't know. The fact that I'm out of 4 ideas I had, which basically 3 ideas because one was just ice and one was just ink or paint. So 3 of the 2 of the 3 came out to be true. Maybe I have some good ideas. Then you can take it. Maybe you could be like, hey, do this. I actually think a paint one would be the better one. Like, I think it would be more color. Like having more colors on screen would be better than having ice, because ice, like I said, it's like around the corners would be ice, and then it slowly gets small, and your opponent. Well, when you have leveled Ice King up to level 5, it's like Ice King Sprite. There's a Foundation Sprite, so they could do an Ice King Sprite. If this happens, if an Ice King Sprite happens, you can come back to this video and be like, Ice King Sprite! James predicted it! But I don't know. There's a Foundation Sprite coming out too, so I'm curious what that's going to be. Watch that be like some type of radar thing, or like give you a super jump or something like that. I don't know. What? No, wait. The one Sprite does give you a super jump, right? Sock rock double jump type deal. That's the one was the little hood. So I don't know what the foundation Sprite would be. But I'm just more or less being like, two of my ideas were taken by Fortnite. I find that funny. Like, I'm like, not really, I was just joking around with myself, being like, I'm gonna make a Fortnite Sprite. This is my idea, and two of them turned out to be true. Not knowing what the other, what future Sprite's abilities were gonna be, and now it's like, two of the future Sprite's abilities are what I was going to do. So, yeah. Hope you guys are having a good Sprite hunt in Fortnite. I'm having an interesting day. I feel bad. I kind of killed a kid in Fortnite. He was distracting a gold soccer Sprite, and I eliminated him at the capsule and then took it myself. But I'm having fun. I need a 0 point Sprite though. I have not found a 0 point Sprite. That and Grim Reaper are the last two Sprites I need. And well, besides all the variants. But it doesn't look like all the Sprites are gonna have the same specialties. Like Gem looks like it's only gonna be for like a couple of Sprites. And Hollow looks like it's only gonna be for a couple of Sprites. And what is it, 0 Point or Cube or something like that? Looks like it's only gonna be for a couple of Sprites. It's not like they're all gonna have these of colors. So it's like, I'm curious if that's gonna be like a future update. But from what I saw was the hollows, I'm like, ooh, I like the hollow pattern. I gotta stop mastering them. Even though my game's bugged, I don't know if anyone else saw this, but we were supposed to get missions for Sprite masteries. And I have 7 Sprites mastered. I didn't want to master anymore because of the fact that I'm like, I don't know if the missions will, you would complete the missions having all your Sprites level 2, level 5. So I didn't like, there's a couple in my lobby that's level 4. But it says it was supposed to be today we get new missions. And now it says we have to wait 5 or 6 days. And I'm like, did they move it up? Were we not supposed to get any more of these missions? Because we have a lot of Sprites and people are mastering them, and like, what is it? Wizard Fruit has all of the Sprites mastered to like level 5. Another thing they need to do, I think they need to add some more armor for the Guardian. Because I completed that in like the first like 5 days, and yeah, so he gets different Sprites now, which is great. I actually like that. But not even the color difference, the variants. Give us some of the different variants for the pirates and stuff. I know I'm being greedy for a fun season for Fortnite that is basically Pokemon hunting with guns. Gotta catch them all, you know? But yeah, I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it. I hope everyone's enjoying it. It's my cat's in heat. She's really bad. But yeah, I kind of hope they take my ink /ice/paint Sprite idea I would really like to see the Ice King one have a little Ice King Sprite. Like I said, they're doing the Foundation Sprite, so why not? We also get a John Wick Sprite, and there's I think there's another one that they showed, but we haven't. Like, it's in the loading screen. I think there was one that hasn't been announced yet, so I don't know what that's gonna be. But looking forward to that. Oh, Callie. Hi, Callie. And I don't know. Hopefully we get some easier ways to find 0 point sprites. Like, I have this empty spot right now, and I'm like, there's only 2 sprites I'm missing of the base forms, and it's 0 point and the Grim Reaper. And from what I saw, the Grim Reaper was like a 6% drop, while the 0 point is a 1% drop. Not much better. But yeah. Hopefully they increase the odds for 0 point. Like, I saw 1 in 1 game one time, and I didn't know what it was because it was just happening, and I'm like, well, look, someone has a bubble sealed. And then I realized, oh, that was the 0 point ability. And now I regret not going after that person. So that means there was 1 0 point in my game that I could have had. Because I also think I got second place in that match, if I remember right. I just got I had a match earlier today I should have won, and the guy like hunting rifled me point blank and killed me. Went from 4 shield, 4 health down to nothing. 1 shot was a hunting rifle. It was like we were in like a hallway, and I was like, this is not fair. It's like I did like 150 damage to him. 1 more shot, he would have been dead. And I was like, God, man, I think this is the most like 3rd to 2nd place wins I've ever had, because it's like almost every match is I'm like in top 5. I was like, this is either people are just not paying attention, or it's the weapons are really balanced, maybe. Now the real thing, the golden fishing spots, they were supposed to be in the game, but this morning when I uploaded it, updated it, I had enough time to play 2 matches before work. I played 2 matches, found a bunch of golden spots, fishing spots. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And a lot of rare sprites were running around. But when I got home from work at 6 tonight, no, 7 tonight, the golden spots are gone, and the sprites aren't as abundant. So I'm curious what happened though. Like, did they down it, or was there just some type of like? Did I just get lucky? Because I got like 2 punk sprites today, the gummy and the gold, and I got a lot of other sprites. I thought the boss sprite and the soccer sprite was going to be tough, but most of the time with the soccer sprite, if 2 people end out, they just stay on their own corner and just do nothing to each other. They're like, okay, you got the Sprite. Okay, I got the Sprite. Let's go. Go opposite directions. The boss Sprite, no one's fighting bosses. I fought two bosses the last match and got the Sprite twice. And like, no one's fighting bosses. I'm happy about that because I thought that was going to be an extremely hard thing to do, where you like wait for your opponent to finish off the boss and then you go in and grab the Sprite from them. I thought that was going to have to be my skill because there was going to be so many people doing it. And nope. I fought two bosses, got both Sprites in the same game because no one came to me. That's also why I won my last game. I had 3 boss Sprite weapons, plus the John Wick gun, plus the overdrive boots. And the boss Sprite attached to me. At like level 2 or 3, so I had a little extra health. So, yeah. Well, and I think I had a healing item, like health pack or jug or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically my day for Fortnite today. And I guess see you guys next time. I'm watching Avatar right now, The Last Airbender, on Netflix. And I remember why I forgot about the first season. They combine a lot of season plot lines into one quick sentence type thing. It's like, that was an entire storyline and you just did it in 2 seconds. Like King Boomy's arc. It's like, that was an entire episode about trying to get King Boomy out of prison or out of jail, and he sends himself back there. It's like, no, he's actually in jail here, and he's not even in a sarcophagus, metal sarcophagus. But yeah, I'm planning on watching that after this. As I'm uploading this video, I'm gonna watch this episode 2. Let you guys know how I think about it. But right now, it's fine. Like, it's season 2. That's what I'm seeing. Even though a plotline for season 3 did happen already, and I'm like, what? Why are we doing season 3 storylines? Bye. Enjoy Fortnite. This is Fortnite, not Avatar. Good night.